Hello, I'm here for my AR Project 4. We're demoing our navigation features. Unfortunately, I tried really hard to get area tracking to work, but I just couldn't without a LiDAR sensor. So here I am initializing our scene. After we've initialized things, we see our waypoint marker spawn. So we have the arrow on the bottom as our first one, and then a 3D model of my room on the top is the second one. That was just made using photogrammetry. I used Reality Scan to make it. They just had a free trial. So if we walk around, we can see that the arrow moves to the target that we're supposed to hit. We can smack it to register that we've selected it and visited that area. And then our arrow changes as well as our 3D model up in the top. It has a red box to signify where we're supposed to go. So now we can walk back over to this direction. We see that even if we miss it, our arrow turns to point. Then we can smack it again, once again signifying that we visited, and then we see our photogrammetry model in the top also adjusts and the arrow faces its new target, kind of like a scavenger hunt. And that's it for the code demo. Thank you. Okay, so now time for the walkthrough of the code portion. So we're starting off here in my same scene that I have been using. Everything's just powered by vuforia. So kicking it off, we have our AR camera. And then attached to this is the photogrammetry model that I made of our room. So we can see the detail actually came out pretty good for being a free trial. Definitely a little bit lumpy, but enough to get the job done. Attached to this model, I just have two cubes. So if we undisable those, these just represent where the AR targets are placed in real life. So I can toggle them on and off via script to make things pretty easy. Outside of this room, we have our arrow, um, which is also hidden, but I just made this arrow in Blender pretty quick and easy. We can jump and look at that. So this mimics roughly the same position that we had with everything on screen. So then kind of jumping into the code portion, everything's pretty simple. Um, so starting off with the 3D model, I just made touch controls. All of that is isolated within the script. And then very simple, just whenever they can rotate, i.e. they're holding, we just read the delta value of their rotations and then apply the rotations based off of the camera and just the up coordinates, since we know that it's always going to be kind of static where it is in reference. Next, we just have our two individual scripts. This essentially just lets us know when things are tracked to begin with for our state manager to make use of. So our state manager is the first of our singleton. This code isn't super attractive. The state manager and the visual manager are definitely highly coupled, but just due to my sudden code changes with not being able to get the area tracking working, we kind of produce this slight abomination here. But it works pretty simple in premise. So whenever these get found initially, it triggers our update found, which is just right here. It essentially just makes sure that either of the other ones were like captured at one point, and then it starts off our simulation, which is the arrows. At that point, most things are kicked off to our visual manager. So here we, again, this is very simple. It just controls the cubes and which transform to point to for the arrow. So on our update, we can see that if the chicken is supposed to be tracked, then it simply just makes the arrow look at the chicken's transform position. The only other thing is here in our state manager in the update function, we do a constant distance check between the AR camera and the position of our two AR targets. And this is just essentially for our smack commands where you can smack it and then it switches targeting to the other ones. But that is it for the code for this project. Thank you for watching.